Hello, YouTube. Today I'm going to review the Pear Brandy from Clear Creek Distillery in Oregon. I've done a fair number of reviews of other things before. This is the first time I'm reviewing a spirit from the USA. And there are a couple of reasons for that. Part of it is there's just a ton of reviews already on YouTube um, talking about American spirits. They're just popular subjects to review among the bourbon crowd and the whiskey crowd and so on. And the other part of it is just my kind of bafflement and sometimes dismay at the state of American spirits as it currently stands. But maybe I shouldn't get into that too much. Um, so I wanted to review something from America, um, and I chose this because it's still a little bit off the radar, even though this is from one of the oldest craft distilleries in the country. How old do you say? Well, the craft spirits boom started off in the aughts, right? So maybe 2005, 2000. This was actually founded in 1985. Um, so there's not a lot earlier than that. There's the Jermaine Robin guys in California. There's St. George before they moved into the big hangar that they got now. That's kind of it. I mean, you got Laird's in Jersey, but they're a little bit weird. This came right after that, and they didn't start off making the sort of regular run of spirits. They the logic wasn't I like rye, I'm going to make rye. The logic wasn't rye is a popular in the market right now, so there's demand for it. So let's make some and make a lot of money. The thought was when Stephen McCarthy started this thing was more something like, well, we've got lots of pears lying around. Those cats in Alsace like to distill their extra pears, so why don't we try that? And that's kind of what they've done. That's been their. It's a model driven by sort of need more so than by any particular interest, personal or business. And that's kind of, by the way, what terroir is all about. If we're going to get into that, it's not about the magic of a land. It's about using what you got on hand, and that's what they're doing here. It's not most of what they make is fruit eau de vie. They make a couple of liqueurs, they make some grappas. They make a terrific single malt, one of the earliest in the U.S., called McCarthy's. My guess is they just got a great deal on some peated barley and decided to bring it over. But it's all about buying what's around in the area and distilling it. They did move from Portland out to what's it called? Somewhere else, somewhere in the area, Hood River, I think. I think they were bought up by a distributor around there. Still a local concern, but they're a little bit bigger now. And they also, I mean, I've never gotten the sense that they run a tight ship over there. It's much more like a couple of years ago, Benny got a hold of a beer schnapps that they make. Like they just distilled some beer and then stuffed it in a barrel for like 10 years and forgot about it. They just kind of found it in the warehouse one day. That gives you kind of a flavor of how they do things, or at least how they used to do things. So again, very non-traditional American style of distilling. This particular offering is their core. It's a pear eau de vie from Bartlett's. They will sell you a version with the pear actually in the bottle, which looks kind of cool, but that's space. That's for me. That's space that could be used with booze. So I recommend you buy this one. Anyways, let's get to some tasting notes, shall we? Okay, on the nose. Okay, pear, tons and tons of pear. Also a little plum though. Like a something metallic in there, like It's hard to nail down. But I like it. It's like the you know the T1000 hopped into a big vat of pears or something like that. A little bit of it's very perfumey. I don't know my perfumes, but it sort of reminds me of perfumes. Maybe some plastic, like plastic smoke, but nice again. Um, Very mineral actually. Lots of along with the metallic note. There's some just rocks and things like that. Um, a little hint of like pickled ginger. Um, Kind of wet leaf note, like wet green leaves. So leaves still on trees, like after a rain or something. Very nice. Actually reminds me in some ways of like an Italian white wine. Not a Pinot Grigio. Get that? We're talking more like Vermentino or something like that. Because just that mix of like sweet and fruity and mineral just puts me in that territory. On the palate, ooh, very intense, sharp. This is precision stuff. Like I feel like um, if you watch anime and you see someone get cut and it takes it, they're just there, but a second later, like the two parts of their body split off. That's a little bit what just happened to my tongue. Um, very sharp, very intense, but light at the same time, and actually sort of disappears in my mouth pretty quickly. Hanging on with that sort of metallic note again. Let me give this one more shot. Yeah, pear. Like I'm chewing aluminum foil and I'm really enjoying it. Kind of that minerality, like flinty thing again. But also something herbal, like not intense herbs. We're talking more like parsley, basil, that kind of thing. Maybe some oregano. Perfume again. Actually, I'm going to double up on the perfume thing. Um, there's a kind of fruity, bitter, astringent note on the back end, which kind of reminds me of grappa actually. And there's something something in there reminds me of like Kenyan coffee, like Kenya AA, that sort of astringent acid thing you get in coffee, but minus the traditional coffee part. I don't know how to describe it better than that. And a little bit, yeah, a little bit of lychee fruit. This is very nice. Actually, I'm gonna change my score. Okay, I was a little mean. Yeah, this is good stuff. They do recommend it chilled. I'm gonna recommend not that. I think this drinks wonderfully. Um, not at 90 degrees, but if it's 75, you're fine. The only product, ooh, yeah, sharp. The only product with it is that fade. It doesn't cover my mouth in the way that it feels like it should be doing. And I think part of it is down to the fact that this is bottled at 40% alcohol, um, 80 proof. Uh, if they bottled this even 2-3% stronger, this would be even better than it is. I'm gonna give this 83 out of 100 for right now. Bottle this a little stronger, and we're up to into sort of 85 territory pretty easily. And I know I'm guessing the Clear Creek guys and girls, sorry, people. I'm not gonna edit this. Uh, if they're watching this, are going to say yes, but our customers enjoy our products at 40% alcohol. What are you talking about? I mean, I'm sure that the sort of Swiss Alsatian expatriates living in Madison or whatever are perfectly happy with this at 40%. But there's another market out there. Like if I could get this at even 50% alcohol, like my mixology friends would have like a half a dozen drinks made out of this thing, by the end of the weekend. I mean, it's really good. It just needs a little more love to it before it enters the big leagues. Yeah, it's that fade. It's there. It's big, not big, intense, and it just kind of disappears. Um, and as kind of proof of concept of this, what I've got here, this is a bottle of McCarthy's. This is their single malt, but it's a single barrel, and they bottled it at cask strength. This is 49.9% alcohol, so almost 50%. This is the best bottle of from Clear Creek that I've had. I bought two of these. The first one is long gone. This one is probably going to go to posterity. And beyond that, Copper and Kings recently somehow got a hold of some Pear brandy, which was aged for a little while, and they bottled it. I don't know where they could have sourced it from. It was from Oregon. It was in Oregon Oak, so it's hard to figure out who would have been making Pear brandy around Oregon, for them to buy. But they bottled it well above 50% alcohol. So it's not like you can't do it, guys. It's if you want to change the label, you can just make it black like this one, and the Swiss expatriates will know to buy this one and not the crazy one built for mixologists and nuts like me. Mm-mm. Great stuff. Off the radar. If you want a new audience, all you got to do, take this, bottle it stronger, charge us a couple of extra bucks for it, and watch the mixologists sort of tear it off the shelves. Yeah, pretty good. 83 out of 100. And thanks for watching.